Randy and I just learned about how important it is to protect our hearing and not have our iPods too loud when we're at the gym. And now we're going to do some healthy cooking and talk a little bit about our journey to health. A lot of people think that when you grill you have to do burgers, steaks, hot dogs, but vegetables are absolutely wonderful on the grill. So Randy's going to be stirring up these vegetables, and the great thing about vegetables on the grill is they only take a few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and you can have a bounty of beautiful vegetables grilled deliciously. These just are tossed in a little bit of olive oil while we cook them, and I'm going to make a dressing, and we're going to toss them in the dressing when we're done cooking them. So the dressing is, it's a wonderful citrus dressing with lemon juice and orange juice and some olive oil. Very heart healthy, as we know from our Mediterranean cooking. Some balsamic vinegar. And if you want to take a shortcut, you can buy balsamic vinegar from the grocery store, but some balsamic dressing, sorry, but this is a really easy thing to make. The recipe calls for a clove of garlic. I like a lot of garlic, so I used a really big clove. And some pepper. And a little bit of salt, because as we're going to learn later, we have to be careful for our heart health and to prevent strokes. Stir that up. And when these vegetables come off the grill, we're going to toss them in and we're going to serve them over greens. You can also serve them with pasta, and they're absolutely delicious, especially if you use whole grain pasta. So, Mailloux, let's talk about our journey. You have done incredibly well, haven't you?
I've done fairly well. It had a little plateau for the last month or so, but we finally broke through that.
Wonderful.
And
how much have you lost?
40 pounds, almost exactly.
That's absolutely wonderful. I've been doing pretty well. I lost about 10 pounds, so I'm okay with that.
The 10 pounds on you is a lot different than 40 pounds on me.
I think 40 pounds is absolutely wonderful. So, you and I have been doing a lot of working out, and we're talking about kind of some spring and summer plans that we have, doing some land clearing and some cutting up of some wood and stuff like that. How do you feel since we started our journey and you're doing some of that hard manual labor?
Well, I think, as you indicated, with summer we have a different form of exercise. We have what I would call constructive exercise rather than just exercise for the point of exercise. Mm-hmm. Personally, I think that, at least to me, is more beneficial.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, we have to keep up. If we don't have enough of the wood chopping and land clearing and that type of thing, then I expect we'll have to still go to the gym on available days to supplement it so that we get the same quantity of exercise every week.
Yep. Now, I think you were telling me the other day about how you felt after chopping wood this time in comparison to before we started working out together. What do you think?
Yeah, it was last fall when I was working on wood. It was a physical challenge. Oh, it always is, but it was much more of a physical challenge, resulting oftentimes in some pain. But when you think now that I'm doing the same kind of thing and lifting the wood, but I'm not carrying around an extra 40 pounds, the wood becomes a lot lighter. The bending over is a lot easier because of the stretching exercises that we've been doing. Mm-hmm. Even my feet feel better because of the leg and foot exercise that we've been working on.
Wonderful. So right now we are cooking some summer squash, zucchini, mushrooms, and peppers. And you can cook anything. Asparagus, I love grilled asparagus. Eggplant, any kind of vegetable. Onions, potatoes, or fruits. You can actually cook grill fruits, which is a wonderful dessert. The hot heat brings out the sugars in the fruit really nicely. So when you're grilling this summer, make sure you don't just assume hamburgers and hot dogs. Try Randy's favorite is steelhead trout. How do you grill your trout?
On the steelhead trout, you put it skin side down on a piece of aluminum foil.
Yep.
And then I put on a generous amount of pepper, a little tiny bit of salt, and then I cover it with flakes of pickled ginger.
Oh, where do you get pickled ginger?
Actually, I get it when my lovely wife Tony picks it up for me. I don't know where she gets it. Probably up at the Hannaford.
At the Hannaford, wonderful.
And I just put it on the grill and cook it till it's fairly well done. With fish, you got to be careful not to overcook it. But at the same time, steelhead trout tends to be a fairly thick fillet sometimes.
Yep.
So you've got to make sure that it's done. And then I sprinkle a little ginger oil on top.
All right, you're
to
a ginger
keep it moist.
fan, aren't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
I'm not so much of a ginger fan. I like to make my steelhead trout with some fresh dill and lemon juice and a little bit of olive oil. That's one of my favorite ways to grill fish. And grilled fish is very low in fat, very healthy for your heart, a wonderful alternative to hamburgers and steak.
See, I use the dill on salmon.
Yes.
The ginger goes well on the trout, the dill goes well on salmon. Haddock, you can get away with anything because it's so mild that it picks up whatever flavor you put on it.
All right, well, let's start putting some of those vegetables right on here.
All right.
The beautiful thing about the grill is if you're the kind of person who likes your vegetables a little bit crunchy, then you cook it a little bit less long. If you like your vegetables a little bit more on the mushy side, then you can throw them on the grill and keep them going a little bit longer. The best thing to do is have them just a little bit soft. You don't want them too mushy because then you're cooking out a lot of the nutrients. But you know, you're eating vegetables off the grill. It feels like you're eating, you know, you're grilling. You're out grilling. A lot of times we will do grilled portobello mushrooms and put a little bit of pesto on there and a little bit of cheese, and my kids like that better than a hamburger. So that's a wonderful grilled vegetable meal.
You're talking about the big portobello caps?
Yeah, those are
great.
Wonderful. Excellent. Well, I'm just going to toss those up and we'll let that keep on cooking.
All right.
And then we're going to serve it over some lettuce. Now, Randy and I have been talking a lot about the exercises that we've been doing, and Tamara Blades, who is the trainer at the Y, was wonderful, and she did some different exercises for us, and we're going to show a couple of those, or at least one of those, to you next to kind of get you motivated. We're getting into spring, we're getting into summer, and you want to be able to get outside and do some stuff with your kids. So we're going to have one of the videos here for you to see, but you can always go to our website, click on Staying Healthy, and you can see all of the videos. Tamara does a beautiful job of really walking you through them, and all of these exercises are wonderful, easy to do, and a great way for you to get some strength training.